YouTube is. Dave's at work, so I thought I would make a little video because I've got nothing else better to be doing at the moment. So yeah, Dave's got a little job painting today, so that's quite nice. Means he gets out of the way. So I've got some space, and today has been a really, really, really glorious day. The sun has been, I mean, it looks a bit cloudy now, but it's been really sunny this morning, so I've managed to get loads done. I've managed to take all the rugs out and air them, and all the bedding. So one thing that I've noticed about living in the van is, especially when you've got weeks and weeks and weeks of rain, and you're pretty much just cooped in the van, things start to smell a bit stale. So not stale, but not fresh anymore. So like things like the bedding, like you sleep in your bedding, and then when you wake up in the morning you roll it up and you put it away, and it just smells a bit like sleep. And your clothes that you've worn, they might not be dirty, but they don't smell fresh anymore, and the rugs as well. So today, with it being nice, I have put everything out to air in the sun, and it's give it a nice clean smell again. It smells fresh again, which is amazing. So I've done all that. I've washed all the dishes, which is my pet hate. I hate washing dishes, but I've done it today. I've had breakfast. What did I have for breakfast? I had toast with peanut butter and banana, my favourite. We've walked Buster. Buster's had a wee, and he's happy now. He's sleeping, he's sunbathing in the cab because the sun comes in through the front window, and he is such a sun dog. He loves it. Yeah, I've got loads done. I've spring cleaned, I've swept out, I've tidied up. Yeah, it's great. So, sunny day, thank God. Also, in other news, Buster has got his new passport. So he did have a passport before this, but we got it wet and it was no longer usable. So we've got Buster a new passport because the hopes is that when we go to Europe, when we go to Europe, if we go to Europe, he will come with us. We are not leaving him this time. He is coming travelling. So that's like phase 1 of shit to get done. We've done that. Phase 2 of shit to get done is find out why the van is slow up hills. So we've had a few people tell us a few things, and hopefully it's not going to be an expensive thing to fix. So when Dave's got a little bit of money from his job, and I've got a little bit of money, which shouldn't be long, we're going to take the van to the garage and get that problem solved. And the next step is to make sure the insurance is right for going to Europe. We don't want any sort of like problems there. And there's a few things we need to sort out in the van itself. So we need, hopefully you can hear me over this helicopter that's going over. We need a new CO tester because our last one, we still have, don't know if you can see it. It's I think it didn't survive the winter, so obviously if you're not living in the van, which we weren't in the winter, and it gets pretty frosty in here, I think it just knackered it, so it doesn't work. We're still alive though, so hopefully there's been no CO2. We've got a few plants in the van. We've got a few succulents in the van, which give off oxygen at night. We always have windows cracked open at night time to make sure there's a little bit of airflow, and we always make sure the gas is turned off at night time. So hopefully before now and getting the new CO detector, we're not going to die. So that's good. I'll put that back up in a minute. Other things, just a few things. We need some more storage nets. That'd be great. Just little tiny things really to make sure that we're all good in the hood. One thing I've noticed about living in the van so far, it's been like 2 weeks now, is we don't use a lot of water, which is amazing. We've got like a 20-litre plastic jerry can that goes underneath the sink, and that can last us like 3 to 4 days, which is super awesome. I mean, how like eco-friendly is that we're not using much water? I mean, to brush our teeth, let's say, both of us can brush our teeth with half a pint of water. So that's like wetting your brush, brushing your teeth, rinsing your mouth and rinsing your brush. So 2 people, half a pint of water to brush your teeth. That's like, when you're in a house, it's so tempting to leave the tap running and just be like, oh yeah, you know, it's okay, it's cool. But that's awesome. Also, washing our bodies. So washing our bodies, we've said before, we use one of these, and literally we fill it to like, I don't know if you can see the depth. It's literally like that much in the bottom of one of these. And you know, we can wash our face, our bits, our sweaty bits in that. And sometimes when I finish washing myself, I'll wash my underwear in it too. So, and the same for washing dishes. It's literally that much water in the bottom of one of those dish buckets to wash all the dishes. So we're using very little water. We heat our water either on the gas hob, or if the log burners are on the stove, which takes a little longer. But you know, if you're not in a rush for water, it's okay. It's sort of a free way to heat your water. And talking about heating the van, at night time we do put the log burner on because it's cosy, and we find all our wood. We haven't paid for any wood yet. We always like find branches or go on walks and find little bits of wood that people have left behind from old campfires, things like that. So yeah, that's pretty. I'm feeling pretty eco-friendly. Apart from the fact that we have to put diesel in the van, which is not very eco-friendly, but we don't drive the van very often. Not really. So, and when we're driving the van, we're also creating electricity in the battery, which we use to charge our phones. We use to charge little lamps, and Dave's got like a battery pack that you charge your phones and stuff from, a little USB charger. So usually when we're driving, we charge that up, and then we take it out, and then that lasts for a couple of days to charge phones and stuff. So we're not using any electricity off the grid, so we're completely off grid. We've also got our solar panel, which today I have put out because it's been really sunny today for a change. Thank you. I hope we get more sun, please, if the sun gods are listening. And I've also used the solar panel charge to straighten my fringe this morning, because when I wake up it's very curly. So that was a nice treat. Gas. So we have just changed our gas bottle. We get I think it's a 4.5 kilogram butane, the blue one, a gas bottle. And this time round, I think we paid about £19 for it. Last year, I think we paid about £15 from it, but that's just because it was a cheaper place that was selling it. So I don't know how long it's going to last now we're in the van full time, but when we was in the van for that couple of months, we still had that old gas bottle, which we had bought like 2 years ago. So I'm kind of hoping that this gas bottle will last at least a couple of months. We only use the gas for the gas hob, the gas grill and the gas oven, which is obvious, speaks for itself what we use those for cooking and heating water if we need to heat water very quickly. And we only heat water for washing the dishes, washing ourselves, and making hot drinks. I love hot drinks. And a really amazing tip that B mentioned in one of her videos from the Indie Project is, when you've boiled the kettle for whatever reason and you realise that you've got loads of hot water left, put it in a flask, in a thermos flask. It's amazing. Like, why didn't I think of that? It's a really good tip which I have been using. Thanks, B. Yeah, so that's really cool. Yeah, life's good at the moment. There has been a few arguments between me and Dave through lack of space, because this time, with us being a bit more nomadic, whereas last time we was on a caravan park and we could have the awning on the side, we don't have that luxury of the awning now, so we kind of are confined to the van. And Dave's very tall and very big, and being a man, he's clumsy, he sort of knocks things over sometimes. He doesn't mean to, obviously. he just does. He just does. You know, we argue over lack of space, but I'm sure that's something we can get used to. And on nice days like today, when we're out more, then we're less sort of cabin fever in the van. So it definitely does have its ups and downs. And we're definitely starting to realise what we do and don't need. Yeah. We've definitely compact our life down a little bit more this time. I'm enjoying it. Sometimes I'm not. Like there's moments where I'm not enjoying it, but on a whole, I'm enjoying the freedom. So yeah, I think that's life. That's a little update so far. If you have any questions or comments or anything, write them in the comments below, and I will like them and love them, and hopefully reply back, or Dave will reply back. It depends who sees them first. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned.